So what we got here is our DVA3221 that's just freshly out of the box. So what I'm going to do now is just remove this out of the way, out of the equation. And we're just going into the nitty-gritty bits about this wonderful DVA. So it comes with 4 bays as standard inside the ecosystem. Push release, you can also lock it with a key as well. But the trays are really good and handy as well. So you've got 3.5 inch to 2.5 inch. So we've got 4 little adapter points at the bottom, but very easy way to install it. It's quick release on the sides as well. Lucky enough, I've got one of my 12 terabyte HAT 5300s as well. So spin it around, click into the sides, put your side bit back in as well. Make sure they double click. Because if you don't, it will actually jam inside the trays as you're trying to slide it all back in as normal afterwards. And I'm just going to slide it back into its bay with a little push, and that's it. At the front as well, you've got a USB port and your power switch. You've also got LED indicators to show you that your bays are lighting up, including the actual status of the system. What I'm going to do now is just quickly spin it around. So I've got a catalytic connection as well. 2 big fans in the back to keep the cooling of the system, so it draws all the air from the front to the back, so it's super cool. And with that, I've got 4 1 gig ports. I've also got a eSATA port as well, so I can actually expand upon it if I wanted to, and additionally 2 USB ports as well. Within this lovely little system, I've also got a graphics card built into it as standard. You can't unfortunately use the actual graphics card as anything else, because it does all the deep blue analytics side of things off the bat. That's my wonderful DVA. Also comes with 12 licenses as well, completely free of the ecosystem, and obviously can be split between, say, analytical tasks or for facial recognition or license plate recognitions as well. So we've just gone through the actual setup of our DVA3221. So now what we're going to do is just showcase what we got in terms of our software. And one of the softwares is our surveillance station. So this is the UI you get. It's quite similar to our DSM when we did the original setup. And how it looks is you still got your main menu at the very top left with all your applications that goes inside it as well. The key points is that it's how quick and easy it is to actually add IP cameras to your network, especially for the surveillance station itself. So if I click into IP cameras, here I've got a list of cameras already listed, but what I want to do is just show you how easy it is to find them on your network. So click into add, let's do a quick scan, and there we go, it's already picked up 2 of them straight away. Most of the time you have to manually input them into actual NVRs for the likes of, say, Cisco, Access, and everything else. You have to put the serial numbers in and things like that. With us, it just sees it on your network with the MAC address, IP address already assigned, and it's easy as that. If you wanted to as well, you can add cameras manually as well. So the ones that are not showing on the list straight away, you can add them in physically. You just click into there, you can name it, you can put it as on-viv as well. So we support cameras that are not in our brand database. So our brand database has over 140 cameras and growing, and with over 8,100 different types of IP cameras as well. So in here, as I mentioned, you can actually name it yourself, how it's on-viv, what type of functions the camera can do. So if you just want it as all functions or streaming only, manually input the camera address. The port will always be 80 at some points or 443, and just click add. As easy as that. So now we just talked about obviously the actual visual side of things, but how it looks similar to our operating system DSM. So now I'm just showing you how to actually add in the IP cameras itself. So where I come from is just IP cameras on the main menu. If I click into add, this is now going to search for cameras on our network. It's actually quite quick and easy. So it's already found 2, it's probably going to find a 3rd one in just a second. But whilst it's still searching, I'm just going to click onto the Access P1428-E. And I'll click on to next. So on this screen itself, so you can obviously authenticate a batch of them straight away, so it's quick and easy. There's one brand that you're working with, so for instance a bunch of Access, you can type in their admin code, which is obviously root, and their password. It's normally about, I think, 4 letters is pass. As it shows here, I've got a little question mark, so I'm just going to quickly just do the authentications without the equals in there, because I'm an absolute numpty when it comes to my keyboard.
What's really good here is that our engineers have actually had samples from all of these cameras from the manufacturers, and all of the complicated, boring, parameters that or you don't really want to be looking for, it's kind of put in the profile, and it means that the setup is really, really simple because they've collected all that information. It's kind of preloaded. So the only thing is, well, actually, if you've left the passwords as a standard password, it's going to be in there. You should never do that for security reasons. Always change the password of your camera.
So we've only got 3 options itself. You can do quick setting, quick setup, complete setup, or copy a setting as well. So if you have got a brand on there which is really allocated, what you can do, you can actually just go to copy settings. You've got your server, which is obviously the unit you've got here, which is called local host on our network. Then you can change that to CAM, and I'll pop it straight down to the 8800 and put next, because that's what you can do, is just copy across the credentials of the system, what feeds it's showing through as well, really quick and easy, and push done. And it's just going to apply the processes now as we speak. Doesn't take too long, very quick. And as you can see here, it's activating. It shows it's disconnecting, so it got allocated something else already. So we just talked about how to set up the IP cameras within the actual network on the Synology DVA. Now we're actually going to go through the facial recognition and why it will benefit most companies with, say, receptions or having security guards on premise as well, either at the gates or the building as well. So I'm just going to move my cursor over to facial recognition, click into there. And I'm actually going to go straight over to our database. Principally, I've actually taken 2 photographs from the internet of the 2 colleagues in our building today, which is Josh and Darren from Misco, who are doing our Q&A. And I've actually put them as VIPs in the system. The great reason why you can actually add them in advance is that when they do touch their building, for instance, they can actually be ushered in very nicely, very welcoming. Instead of a security going, hold on, you're not welcome here. You've blocked access, you won't be able to actually gain access to the building as well. So we enable them so we can actually create tasks that allows them to have the doors open up automatically and be ushered in with welcoming arms to the building straight away. So we just explained the actual database on the facial recognition side of things. Now what we're going to do is, we've got a live environment in our offices. We're waiting for one of our VIP guests to come into the building as well. And with that, it should, I'll say should, it will in fact showcase where it shows them as a VIP on our database. So what it is, we're letting them go usher them into the building now as we speak. So we just showcased how easy it is to actually implement the actual user groups or VIP guests into the building. So then what I'm going to do is actually transition from this screen, which is the facial recognition software side of things, to our live environment. And this will pick up Daz as a VIP in our building as well. So now we're going to sort of pan my face to my left slightly, and hopefully we get to see a wonderful Darren on our screens. And there we go, it showcases him as a VIP as well.
Brilliant. So Joe's made this look really easy, and it's a great solution. You get like, I think up to 97% accuracy, so it's a very powerful solution. However, it is important to make sure that, for instance, you go with a good camera. We're using an Axis here together, I think it's 1080p. Things like the angle can have an impact. So it's all recapped in the solution guide, or the admin guide. Again, it's not very long, but everything you need to know will be there. And probably even better is you speak to a trusted partner like Misco. It's really important to go with someone with the expertise to help you set up, to make sure that you're getting the right type of camera, so that you're happy with the results of your deep video analytics setup with Synology.